Hello, everybody, and welcome to one of our final sessions at Virtual Open House. My name is David Veneri, and I am one of the international recruitment managers here at Trent University. As part of my role at Trent, I am responsible for working directly with students like yourself to answer any questions about any level of studies at Trent University. We have undergraduate programs. We have over 100 different undergraduate programs that we're able to offer our students. We have graduate studies programs and PhD levels programs as well. And then finally, we have postgraduate certificates, which is something that I'll speak about today. Canada is one of the number one countries in the entire world, and I say that proudly as a Canadian who was born and raised actually right there just outside of Toronto. We have really good quality education, access to healthcare, social services. We are a country founded on immigration, and we're very proud of that. If you go back many families' generations, or one or two generations for most people in Canada, there will be an immigration story somewhere in there. And we like to support students in their journey into Canada, and we want them to be successful. So Trent University is dedicated, committed to welcoming our international students and supporting them from the moment they arrive in Canada to the moment that they cross the stage. Trent University has two campuses, and today I will be focusing on our Durham campus because that's where most of the programs that we're going to talk about are located. I'm currently located at our Peterborough campus. I've moved to the city of Peterborough in the last 2 years from Toronto, which is where I was born and raised, and I absolutely love it here. I go to the Durham campus very often, and my colleague Jasmine Lanuzzi is positioned in Durham and support students to both sides of the campus as well. So Canada is home to about 43 million people, and Ontario is home to about 13 million people. Within that population, Toronto has the highest concentration, and everything surrounding Toronto is considered the Greater Toronto Area. So, where is the Durham GTA campus located? It's located in the Greater Toronto Area in a region called Durham. More specifically, it's located in the city of Oshawa, which is currently one of Canada's fastest growing regions. The reason for that, like I mentioned, is Toronto is one of the most concentrated areas in Canada. It's our financial capital, it's our cultural capital, some would argue. I would being from there. And so what happens is it grows outwards. And so the cities all attached to Toronto or close to Toronto have continued to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And Oshawa is the next benefactor of that. So what does that mean for students? It means that there's a lot of affordable housing in the city of Oshawa. It means that there are lots of work opportunities for when you graduate. And it means that there is great universities available, which contribute to the overall community growth. The employers that are moving to the city of Oshawa are coming to Trent University and asking us for highly qualified individuals. So that's why we've developed a lot of these certificates. It's to fill specific labor markets in our region that we know that employers are looking for. And that you can see how that would benefit you, the student. It means that you're going to get a good education when you come here, which is number one. And then it means that you're going to be highly qualified for when you graduate and you receive your up to 3 year post-graduation work permit. So the region of Durham and the city of Oshawa are rapidly growing. They're becoming very beautiful parts of uh, of the Greater Toronto Area and of course of Canada. The Durham GTA campus is quite beautiful as well. It's the smaller of the two campuses. So our Peterborough campus spans about 1,600 kilometers of land because we have a conservation area. It's the campus that you see behind me. So the Peterborough campus is quite sprawling, but the Durham campus is amazing because it's a close-knit scholarly campus. There's three buildings on a main site, and then we have a few buildings spread out throughout the city of Oshawa. And why that matters for you is it means you're going to have really small class sizes, which is good. You're going to get a chance to know your professors very well. You're going to get a chance to know the fellow students, which is good for networking, future employment, future research opportunities. So the benefits of a smaller campus really, really are dramatic. And I know that because I went to a small campus of about 2,000 students. And that's exactly what the Durham GTA campus is right now. It's about 2,000 students. We have both international students as well as domestic students, which are Canadian students. So it's a very, very great campus to study in for 2 years while you're here. Trent University was ranked as the number one undergraduate university for the last 13 years. And here are some of the reasons that we achieved that ranking. Well, it's actually been more than 13 years now. We took a break for 1 year, but we're back as the number one undergraduate institution. The reason that we've achieved that high ranking is because we have very low student to faculty ratio, like I just mentioned. That's very good for you, the student. There's lots of really good access to research opportunities, undergraduate programs. Faculty are high caliber across all Canada. Our tuition rate is very affordable, and scholarship averages make that also much more affordable for students when compared with some larger publicly funded institutions in Canada and Ontario. And we've been doing this for many, many years. We've been welcoming international students. So that's really good. It means that when you arrive on campus, we know exactly the few challenges that you're going to run into as a new student in Canada. We know about accommodation. We know about scholarships. We've helped thousands and thousands and thousands of students through these processes. So it's going to be very easy for us to help you when you arrive. We have several different postgraduate certificate programs that students are interested in. I'm going to list all of them, and then I will talk about our pre-master's program. The first one that I'll talk about is our Applied Artificial Intelligence and Financial Analytics 2-year post-graduation certificate. This is hosted primarily at our Durham GTA campus. You'll see this code at the bottom of the screen, CIP code. What that means is it's a labor market aligned. So it means that we have gone through a Canadian government inspection to say, is this program employable for when a student graduates, and does Canada need people within this field? The answer to that, because we have a CIP code, is yes. It's a 2-year program. So you'll take courses from September to about the end of April, and then you'll have a summer break, which is very good because it allows you to work and earn some money towards your education. And then you'll take that same schedule from September to about April for the following year. So a 2-year program. What this allows for you to do is to get up to a 3-year post-graduation work permit when you graduate. Some of the courses that you need to take in Applied Artificial Intelligence and Financial Analytics are Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, LLM and Natural Language Processing, Options and Futures, Portfolio Risk and Management, Computer Security. So what these programs do is they blend two certificates together to give you a really comprehensive package, something that's very employable currently. Um, but you don't need to have a background in these fields in order to start in this program. So you can apply with any degree from a previous institution as long as you've completed that degree. What we will do is teach you the introduction, the fundamentals, and then you will also learn some of the core advanced concepts. So that's particularly important for applied artificial intelligence and financial analytics because sometimes that content can be a little bit confusing for students. If you have a computer science background, this program is going to be very simple for you. But if you're coming from a digital marketing background or you're coming from a business background, then this certificate is designed to introduce you to concepts and then also challenge you on those concepts. Next up, we have our digital marketing 2-year post-graduation certificate. Digital marketing is everything right now. In Canada, one of our biggest organizations, one of our biggest companies is a company called Shopify. It's an e-commerce platform. And what it does is it works with companies around the world globally, hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of organizations to set up their online resources. Digital marketing will help you with the e-commerce perspective. It will help you in selling online, how to create a comprehensive space where people from the front end all the way to the back end can use your system and use your site in order to achieve or buy the product that they desire. So the digital marketing certificate is highly in demand right now because many organizations need people like this. It trends towards like a communications background. If you have a communications background, you're going to transition very well into this. But similar to all other certificates, you do not need to have a background in digital marketing in order to take this program. CIP code also attached. We have 2 different logistics and supply chain management certificates. I'll talk about this one because this is an overlap of the regular logistics and supply chain management certificate program. So this is a 2-year logistics and supply chain management e-commerce certificate. The other one that I talk about is a 2-year logistics and supply chain management certificate. So this one adds the e-commerce. I always suggest that students take the e-commerce logistics and supply chain management certificate. It gives you more of a well-rounded, comprehensive certificate for when you graduate. This program is 2 years. In this program, you'll take courses in international logistics and trade, web development, introduction to enterprise resource planning, managerial and market research, and of course, many other courses. But what's important about this degree is it's not just working in an Amazon factory. In fact, it's not that at all. It's transportation issues, it's logistics planning. With current environmental circumstances and current geopolitical circumstances, logistics and supply chain is being heavily challenged right now to move products and services around the world. So this certificate creates professionals that can help mitigate those in the future because these challenges, whether it's in our current one or in the future, will not go away effectively and they will continue on as the pipeline in the world gets more global. It's a really, really tremendous program. So that's a 2 year postgraduate certificate, and you're eligible for up to a 3 year post graduation work permit if you take this program. Software development and applied artificial intelligence is a very important certificate that you can take. Now, after this, I'm going to talk about our pre-master's programs and some of the pathways that you can take for that as well, because they involve our certificates. Like I mentioned, this is a pretty technical certificate. However, you can enter into this with any 4 year undergraduate degree. Some of the courses that you'll be taking in our software development and applied artificial intelligence certificate is Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Applied AI and Machine Learning, Information Systems, Object-Oriented Programming, Database Management Systems, and many, many more. This is a 2 year certificate, so you will take a variation of both software development courses as well as applied artificial intelligence courses. Okay, so that brings us now to our pre-master's program. This is a new program at Trent University. Our first intake will be fall 2026, but it's a highly in-demand field. So this is for students who either have a 4 year undergraduate degree or a 3 year undergraduate degree who do not meet the requirements for a graduate studies direct admission. Direct admission to graduate studies can sometimes be challenging. You need to have a specific grade, you need to have a specific degree and background in order to get into those fields. With our pre-master's program, we're trying to bridge the gap between your undergraduate degree or certificate into the graduate studies. How does this work? Well, for two of our programs, the two of our graduate programs, we have Masters of Management and Applied Modeling and Quantitative Methods. If you would like to take if you would like to take those graduate studies degrees, but you don't think that you necessarily qualify, or maybe you think you do, you may be offered, or you can consider being offered for a pre-master's pathway. So if you have a 3 year degree, many institutions in India, for example, have a 3 year bachelor's degree. Unfortunately, it's not acceptable for our direct admission to graduate studies, but you are eligible for our pre-master's pathway. You would take a postgraduate certificate for 1 year, which is really only 8 months. Then you get a summer, then you start your graduate degree. That is the pre-master's pathway. So you apply to your graduate studies program of your choice, either it's applied modeling or your Masters of Management. If you are offered a pre-master's alternative offer, it means that you take a 1 year certificate and then your 2 year graduate studies. So you're still eligible for a 3 year post-graduation work permit. And also, by the way, you graduate with three credentials. Two credentials, your certificate and your graduate master's degree. So that's how that works. If you have any questions about applying to that program, please let me know, but I'll continue on in the session here. Finally, we offer really great academic supports for students. So whether you're in a pre-master's program, an undergraduate program, or taking our postgraduate certificate, you have access to all of our academic advising. This is like your guidance counselor or your counselor. It's somebody that you can talk to who can help you pick up a course, drop a course, change your certificate, change your major. There's lots of really good things that the academic supports do. And Trent International on our own offers a lot of these supports, but you also, of course, have access to that throughout the university, whether you're at the Durham campus or the Peterborough campus. So we offer mental and emotional supports. If you were here for our earlier session with our study visa, we can also offer study visa support help, and we do often. So we host a session about once every 2 weeks right now for our incoming students. And then for our on-campus students, all you need to do is book an appointment with our academic advisor, and you will be able to speak with somebody about your study visa. We encourage your application to begin as soon as possible for fall 2026 because there's lots of processing time that needs to happen. The general admission requirements for our postgraduate certificates are you need at least a 3-year undergraduate degree. We don't look at your undergraduate requirement, your overall average. We don't really look at that. You need about a 70% overall average, but if it's a little bit lower, we can still accept. What we do require is that you've successfully completed an undergraduate degree elsewhere, and then you can enter into our certificate program. So that's essentially the only requirement. And as we are sharing communications throughout the end of this virtual open house, we will give you information about how to submit an application.